And we want to be excited about this game, and we want to be excited about the DLC coming up. But as of right now, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here, and we are back with another Mechwarrior 5 DLC video. I'm going to be talking about some information that came out yesterday, June 24th, 2020, about the Heroes of the Inner Sphere DLC coming up for Mechwarrior 5. We talked about this in April, and I did a video on what we knew at the time, my thoughts, and so basically we're going to be doing that again today with the information that was released. Now, to sort of recap, we're getting a few things. We know for a fact, for free, you're getting infantry, which is a big deal. We haven't really seen infantry in a Mechwarrior title in a very long time. I would actually go back to Mechwarrior 3, where you could like shoot them. They weren't interactable other than you could stomp on them and shoot them and stuff, but it does look like they will impact the gameplay here. They did show off this footage of infantry shooting, but as Alex Garden said in the video and live stream that we saw, that they're going for more of a generalized use of infantry instead of like that way performance wise they can use a lot of them instead of just a very heavy intense, and I'm assuming with AI and so forth, plus the infantry are so small. So that's really cool. We get a moon biome, which I assume is free. It's a question mark because again, the lack of information that they're releasing is really frustrating, but whatever. News and information on lore-based events we know is going to be free, but then everything else, as far as we know, and there's quality of life fixes they've thrown in there, but we don't know what that means. Like, what is quality of life fixes? So there's nothing listed. Obviously, I don't think the DLC list is done yet, so they're not going to release everything. But anyways, it's on the website, so I just figured I'd bring it up. And to, again, recap what is paid content is career mode. You get to choose like 5 different paths. This is only that we know of. It could have changed. Your rewards on there. You get to quirk mechs or mechs. We don't know. We have no information. That's all we know. So that's what I'm just talking about. 7 new mech chassis. And they're not really new, but it's new to Mech 5. We already have them in MWO, but they're going to have hero quest lines, which is really cool. Sounds cool. Like you'd be able to go salvage that mech potentially, but we don't know how that's going to operate. We don't know if it's like the campaign missions where they're handcrafted terrain, or is it more just procedural generated? We have no idea. We don't know if there's going to be dialogue. We don't know if there's going to be character development with those. We have no information, but that is the Corsair, Champion, Hatamoto Chi, Dervish, Charger, Vulcan, and the Marauder 2. Now, I will say in some of the footage, they had the Marauder 2, and it did look really nice stomping around. Just want to point that out. We also have the new game mode, and they actually showcase this off, and I'm sorry, but you're not going to see any footage, and we'll be looking at this in just a second, of the new game mode, and that is called Beachhead. And the reason for that is it was on a Twitch stream and also on their YouTube channel, and I don't want to mess around with the legality, but unfortunately, they don't even show it in the official video they released, which blows my mind. Like, anyways, it's called Beachhead. You're the vanguard for the invasion force. You got to take out stages, enemy artillery. That looks really cool. Basically, it's like giant howitzers. That's what they look like. And when you're being fired upon by these artillery pieces, by the way, you can see UI on the ground basically indicating where impact zones are going to be. So it's actually pretty cool. It looked cool. It looks like slower mechs may have more difficulty getting out of those impact areas. I don't know the damage. I don't know if it's going to be like a MWO Thumper fiasco. We have no information on that. And of course, we can't even see it on the official DLC video. Why would you not include that? And then you get to destroy some orbital relays, basically satellite dishes, and then you have to go cap a zone. Now, throughout this, apparently, they're going to be throwing waves of enemies, VTOLs, infantry, mechs at you. Again, we have no idea if they're going to give you the ability to repair, rearm. They did mention that there will be friendly forces joining you throughout this, especially once you take out the enemy artillery. So that's the recap. There's no release date as of right now, and there's no price point as of June 25th, 2020. We have no other information other than that. So that concludes what we know. I'm going to go ahead and switch over, and we're going to take a look right now at the footage that was released. And I just want to sort of give my thoughts on this whole sort of DLC preview and how it's presented to us the community and my initial thoughts. So let's go do that. All right, so of course, this is the first look at the Corsair and Mechwarrior 5. This is actually, it looks like their biome behind the scenes. I mean, it looks good. I mean, again, this first initial video basically showcases all the mechs. One of the glaring issues that I see is the horrible animations that it's that robotic, it just sticks out. The cool thing is the lighting looks really good, especially volcanic areas. Some of the biomes really pop, some of the mechs and the colors. But other than that, the first part of this video, by the way, I just felt like this was a big letdown for me. It wasn't even like voiceover, like, you know, or like the old Mechwarrior Online videos that would be like awesome and it had text come out and like, here comes like the Corsair, any type of sound effects, or like, you know, hey, introducing the Corsair, a 100-ton battle mech that was created by, you know, pirates, you know, using parts or whatever. We didn't get any of that. So for me, this was a big letdown, and it was just, I understand that in the time we live in right now, especially with COVID still around, that, you know, production quality or whatever, but I just sort of feel like, especially one who was involved in doing some of these videos in the past, it was just sort of a big letdown. There was no audio, there was no cues, there wasn't any lore behind it. It was just like, hey, here it is. This could have easily, in my opinion, been a Mechwarrior Online video, and we would have known nonetheless. I mean, again, it's just one of those things where I just expected more out of a DLC presentation, like a ooh, ah, you know, that's awesome. I mean, the biome looks cool. I think that's a no-brainer. Cool, more choices. I have no objections to that. I really like the lighting on it. It'll be interesting to see sort of what the modders are able to do with it. So from my standpoint right now, so far in the DLC video, is they showed off some mechs walking, stomping, and running. And then they show off this. It does, again, look really nice at night. But again, there's no lore information. We're not seeing at all any of the new game mode, which of course was shown in a stream. Now, let me go ahead and talk about this. Of course, I'm biased. I used to do some of these streams, but what caught me off guard was, one, it was a stream they weren't doing them or hosting themselves. So they were using another service, which, okay, I get it. But there was huge audio issues. Obviously, the hosts were German speaking, which is cool. Obviously, we know we got a lot of mech bros over in Germany. But when they would talk, again, for me, I had no idea what they were saying. Again, my biggest issue with that was they were showcasing gameplay for the new game mode on this Twitch stream, and then they don't show it on their official what you're seeing right in front of you video. So for me, that was a big letdown, because what I wanted to do was talk about, like, hey, look at, you know, this or that, and I don't want to go and mess with someone else's content. I don't feel right about that, and of course, from the legality, I don't want to even go there. So that was a big problem. Also, the audio sounds, it's like, you know, it seemed to me like it was rushed. And I know Alex, and I've actually met the other PGI individual, super nice guy as well. I just feel like that should have been done maybe ahead of time, like that Zoom or phone, Skype call, whatever they had going, should have been done, made sure audio was good to go. We always did it over here when we had Russ or anybody else on the podcast. You have them connect ahead of time, make sure everything's good to go. And of course, it's live. Sometimes you deal with issues, but that's just my critique. You know, so what are some things to take away? We still don't know so much about this DLC. For me, I look at it as a missed opportunity, one, to showcase, I think, a pretty cool game mode. I think it's gonna open the doors, and actually sort of reminds me of Mech Commander, right? You had stages, right? You had to go take out the artillery. Now, granted, it wasn't in a certain order, but you had the orbital guns, and I feel like that's something they could add as well. Not just artillery that's hitting your mechs, but like, hey, if you don't take out those orbital cannons, you're not getting reinforcements at all, right? And so that I totally like. I think it's great. Other cool thing is this is going to open the doors to modders taking advantage of infantry, right? A new biome. I can tell you from our Mech Commander project, we're going to be using infantry now, and that's fantastic. So thank you again at PGI for doing that. We would just like more information. Obviously, I don't think they have it quite locked down of a date, and I'm a little surprised. Again, we're in June, end of June here. They said they weren't going to have it at the first half, so we're at that point. My predictions is it's going to be September. That is my predictions. I'm calling it now, and that's not an insider's knowledge. It's just looking at that. I would say September. But here's the weird thing about this is we know that there's going to be a Steam launch in December. Also, they're working with the Epic Game Store to be one of the first titles for mod integration, a modability integration with their mod system. It's like the workshop, but for EGS. So they're doing that. So that just, for me, I question maybe, just maybe, we actually won't see this in September. We may see this in December. It would be a great launch point. In my opinion, the game would be better off with these things in December if they're going to be doing a Steam launch. Now, that begs the question, how much is this worth? And is this something for you? And of course, I think really at the end of the day, you speak with your wallet. You have to speak for yourself. I'm not going to do that for you. But I will question this. How much of this should have been in the game in the first place? And that's something that has been brought to my attention. And of course, I am split both ways. Well, on one hand, I totally understand. I understand development, obviously being a part of it for the past 8 years with MWO and PGI directly. Things come up, and especially you've got feature creep, resources get ate up on certain things, and things get cut and pushed back. And guess what? We saw this with HBS as well. We saw the base game come out, and as patches came along and DLC came along, the game improved to where it's at. And of course, they've moved on, but modders are continuing work. So there's that. On the other side, as far as price, I do have my worries. I mean, we've seen other DLC out there come about for $10. I mean, we saw an entire new game with XCOM Chimera, which was basically a new game slash DLC. It was a new game. That was $10, right? And so for me, I think it would, I'm gonna guess here, some speculation, $20. And I think we'll find out more as they release it, but that's my guess. That's totally speculative. I have no idea, but is $20 for what we just talked about? How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comments down below. I know we've talked a lot about stuff here. And again, this is just my first reaction video to the Mechwarrior 5 DLC preview that they launched. Altogether, I think there's some good stuff in there. I just feel like the presentation for ooh-ah factor was very subpar. I wanted more. I mean, even if it was just voice actor, voice lines, it could have been anybody, just have been like, hey, the charger, or even just like, you know, UI graphics like they used to do on videos, just some cool shots. I mean, even that, but I just feel like it was just very subpar when it comes to that. I think it was a huge miss that we weren't able to see the gameplay footage on the official video on their official YouTube channel, and you had to go search for, which by the way, you can go watch the actual Twitch stream. It's on the channel's YouTube channel. It's like 3 hours long. So then you have to go search for it. The nice thing is there's some timestamps, but my point being is I just feel like it's a missed opportunity. Yet again, we just would like more information, and we don't know when the game's going to be released. We don't know what's going to be fully underpaid except for their website. And of course, all this information may change, right? They may say infantry, moon biome, here's all these quests. These are all free on the free upgrade, download, but then here's all the other stuff, and we've added more stuff. So anyways, are you happy with what's underpaid? What's under free content? Are you excited about infantry? What are your thoughts as far as this preview? And were you as let down as far as the presentation for me? Or are you liking what you see? Are you enjoying the game? I can tell you that me playing with the mods has been great. I just wonder if just one game mode without really a whole lot of other changes. They haven't mentioned anything about fixing AI. They haven't mentioned any of what the quality of life improvements are going to be. So I'd really like those things. And I feel like that could have been the opportunity in this video, if to go down a list like, boom, hey, you wanted that ability to paint all of your mechs together instead of having to use a mod, here's a button. Or hey, you wanted to be able to repair your mechs, all at once instead of having to go individually. Or hey, here's you can use Mechwarriors throughout your campaign. You can set whatever it is. I just feel like I really wanted something to sink its talons into me and give me a reason to want this DLC right now, but yet I have to wait. There's no anticipation factor for me right now. So that's where I'm at, guys. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. And of course, I'll have links to all of the things that I've talked about down below. And of course, make sure to watch me live Monday through Friday, where I am on Twitch, twitch.tv/NGNGTV. Come hang out. We have a great time with discussions just like this, but also playing other games as well. I've been really enjoying, I know this is going to sound bad, but I'm enjoying the Mass Effect series for the first time. So anyways, come join live. And of course, I'll have that link down below. We have a fantastic time on stream, and that's Monday through Friday. And I will see you guys there, hopefully. But that's going to be it. Let me know, again, your thoughts on all of this down below. I know it's a big topic. And of course, join in on the discussion. We've got a great Discord that has an amazing community that talks about all this stuff. So again, I'll have that link down below. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I hope this sort of showed you or gave you the information that you needed. And I'm looking forward to getting more information about the product in the future. That I think we sorely need, especially for us BattleTech Mechwarrior fans, that we want to be excited about this game, and we want to be excited about the DLC coming up. But as of right now, you know, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Until next time, Mechwarriors.